Alrighty, welcome to your first announcements for the week of February 22nd. I have 5 things that I want to go over with you. The first is, as always, your reading logs. Last week's reading log is due today, and today you get a new reading log. Your reading logs can be found inside of the Google Classroom, floating right up top there. Believe it or not, this reading log is due in the month of March. February has almost come to a close. So your new reading log is there. As another reminder, reading logs count for 5 points each week. There are 9 weeks on a report card. So that is 45 points of your reading grade comes only from your reading log. Okay, they're very, very, very important. The more we read, the better we become, the more we grow, the more we learn. So a lot of emphasis is placed on them. Announcement number 2, there are 5 seesaw assignments that you should have completed today. The first one began with let's engineer it. We took a look at different types of engineers. We drew ourselves as an engineer. Second assignment was the impact of weather hazards. We didn't get to the partner work unless you wanted to stay on Zoom longer, and a lot of you chose to do that partner section independently, so make sure you completed all of those 11 slides. The third assignment was your notice of reading log. If you don't know how to get to Google Classroom, which is scary because we've been doing this for 20 weeks now, just click on that link and it will pull you right to it, and you will see our reading logs load if the internet isn't slow. There we go. So that link is right there. You take a screenshot of your reading log, turn it in to show me that, yes, Miss Sousa, I know where my reading log is. The fourth assignment that you should have completed was our introduction to graphing and data. That was our math today, data and graphing introduction. Finally, the last assignment you should have completed was your DMR. There's a link for you to click there and practice the skills for this week. We will go over those skills tomorrow. Announcement number 3, this is exciting. I shared with you earlier that we have a STEM challenge coming up on Friday. You have to have the materials in order to participate in the STEM challenge. The materials are in the front entrance of Indian Creek, okay? So if you need to get those materials, which you do because you don't have them at home because they're printouts, you will drive to the school. Right in the front entrance there is a bag that's labeled 3rd grade STEM materials. You'll pick up the bag, you'll go home, okay? If for any reason you cannot get those materials, please let me know before Friday so I can find out how we can get them to you, okay? Because you will not be able to do Friday's lesson if you don't have those materials. So you've got 4.5 days, the rest of today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and half of Friday to pick those up before we start, okay? So you'll need to pick those materials up from school. Announcement number 4 is your iRead testing is on Tuesday, March 16th. That is about 3 weeks from today, okay? I need you to understand that this is a state test. It is not an Indian Creek test. It is not a Miss Sousa test. The state controls the rules and programs of this test, okay? So you must be in a school building because the state says so, not because Miss Sousa says so, not because Indian Creek says so, because the state says so. You must take this test independently with no adult help, including your teachers, not because Miss Sousa says so, not because Indian Creek says so, because the state says so, okay? So that is why you are being asked to come into Indian Creek, all right? We promise you, pause. We promise you that we will continue to follow safe social distancing measures. Masks are required, sanitizer is available, cleansing wipes are being used frequently, okay? But the state of Indiana says that you must be in person to take this test. So that is what is happening on Tuesday, March 16th. Which brings me to the final announcement, which is if you need transportation to the school on Tuesday, March 16th, the state says we must provide that transportation, and we are happy to do so. But in order to get the buses enough notice and to route the buses and get information to families, I have to know that information immediately, okay? So adults, if your child even has a chance that they might have to ride the bus on Tuesday, March 16th, I need you to respond on Parent Square with a yes, I need bus transportation. Okay. If you decide to drive them later on, that is totally fine. But if there is even a chance that they might have to ride the bus, you have to let me know, or we cannot route your student on a bus. Okay. If your adult is going to drive you to the school, then please have your adults respond to me on Parent Square. I will drive my child to school. Okay. But I have to have that information turned in by tomorrow. So please let me know tonight if there is even a chance that your child will need bus transportation for testing on Tuesday, March 16th. That's all I got for you, people.